There is still a lot of high-profile Cardano skeptics out there. A notable example is the billionaire Mark Cuban, who openly criticized Cardano in early 2022. While there are still various reasons to hate on Cardano ADA, there are still strong reasons to love it as well and appreciate the efforts of its team of developers. The Cardano founder is always trying to make people see the silver lining in any sort of Cardano storm. Will the skeptics eventually see things the way Hoskinson does? Recently, the Cardano founder was voted the ideal crypto CEO, popping Satoshi Nakamoto to the top position by a significant margin. The poll was conducted by the founder of Fair Crypto Foundation and former Google engineer Jack Levin, who asked the Twitterverse which individual they would want as a company's CEO if money were no object. His tweet read, "You have unlimited money and you can afford the best minds in crypto. Who would you choose to be the ideal CEO for your project based on work ethic, planning, ideas, mindset, and execution?" There is no wrong answer. Then, over 20,300 people participated in the poll, yielding interesting outcomes. Charles Hoskinson took approaching half the votes at 43.1%, well ahead of the much fabled Bitcoin Satoshi Nakamoto, who had 23.5% of the votes. The third and fourth places were closely run, with HE founder Richard Hart marginally beating Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin, taking 16.9% of the votes versus Buterin's 16.5%. In response to the real-time results when the poll was open, Levin noted that at one point Richard Hart was in the lead and urged the Twitterverse to be smart and take action or face boosting Hart's ego. RH is winning. If you continue to vote for him, his ego will blow up again and he won't launch the post chain. Be smart. In the same way, Levin questioned why Buterin was not getting any love. Using smart contracts and dApps as proof, Levin said that he was the one who gave us all the toys. In the end, the Cardano founder topped the records. While Hoskinson did not comment on topping the poll, he expressed strong interest in buying the crypto news outlet, Coindesk. He recently tweeted a video with the caption, "Buying Coindesk." The video accumulated close to 400,000 views within 24 hours since its publication on crypto Twitter displayed interest and concern as well. And probably everyone wanted to know about Hoskinson's moves after topping a poll. A Twitter user replied to Hoskinson's video, "Do it when ADA pumps. We have proof that's all that's needed to buy the media." In the video, Charles Hoskinson talked about getting back the journalistic integrity of the media. If this acquisition does come to fruition, the Cardano founder's assertions and convictions would be put to the test due to his association with topics of interest such as IOG. He further commented, "The failure of FTX and the excesses of 2021 have really revealed a need for better journalism. It really has gotten to a point where rank and file everyday people should not trust the news that they read. It's just simply not honest." Also, he noted that he heard through the grapevine that the price for acquiring Coindesk would be hovering somewhere around $200 million. And it's a 400 times price increase from when DCG acquired Coindesk for $500,000 in 2016. Charles Hoskinson commented on the repeated worth of Coindesk, noting that at that price point, unless the financials are pretty phenomenal, it doesn't seem to be overpriced. He went on to say, "I hope whoever ends up buying it, if it's not me, reforms the institution so it's a bit more objective and fair." There are plenty of reasons to love the Cardano founder, but it's quite a pity that his quality is not enough to get ADA a spot in the top 3 cryptocurrencies by market capitalization. When it comes to issues like this, Cardano ADA needs to prove that it's worth it. Despite the Cardano founder topping the records as the most influential person in the crypto space, and now Levin's poll, critics won't stop expressing their diverse opinions about Cardano ADA. Charles Hoskinson is hot, but unfortunately, Cardano ADA is not. Back in August of 2022, during an interview, the billionaire entrepreneur Mark Cuban noted that Cardano is not there yet when it comes to impacting the cryptocurrency space. Speaking to Altcoin Daily, Cuban criticized Cardano from a business perspective. Using the same lens he would use for business pitches on Shark Tank, Cuban says there's got to be a there, meaning that the platform has failed to live up to the expectations. In an attempt to justify this stance, Cuban said that the bellwether of success for him was the number of transactions, and Cardano fell short of that metric compared to other popular chains. It is still experiencing the same problems to this moment. Quote, you can go into coin metrics. You can go to all these different places and look for transactions. And I guess the people in Africa are not using it as much as they expected because you don't see the transactions. You don't see the fees." End quote. Mark Cuban also pointed out that he was yet to see Cardano rise to the challenge and make an impact, which was more relevant given that at the moment, smart contracts have been live for a year. I just don't see where Cardano has much of an impact at all. They got their smart contracts a year ago, and that was going to be the inflection point. Inflect away, Cardano. I just have not seen it, he pointed out. However, he claimed that the door was still open for that to happen if the next great dApp is launched on Cardano and everyone needs to buy ADA to use it. When asked what advice he would give to Charles Hoskinson if he pitched on Shark Tank, Cuban said, "Where's your revenue?" He further explained that he would ask that question since just because it's crypto doesn't mean you don't need revenues. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter how you position it, no matter what your market cap is, there has to be some there. Going forward, Mark Cuban mused on the differences between Cardano and Dogecoin, examining which a platform had the most potential. "I think Doge has got more applications potentially available to it than Cardano," Cuban said, but added that he believes the opportunity for Cardano is greater, at least until Dogecoin also becomes a platform for applications. There was a mix of reaction to Cuban's claims. Cardano community-focused Twitter account ADA Will believes it was a factually wrong statement about Cardano. Quote, "Can't really get mad about Cuban. Was a factually wrong statement meant to incite. He doesn't have a great crypto track record and his outlook on it is probably day and night to ours. From his responses, he doesn't seem too hot on crypto in general. Seems less Cardano specific." Charles Hoskinson chose to ignore the remarks by posting a wave-aside GIF image in response to Cuban's claims. The billionaire entrepreneur has also expressed interest in Cardano. He has gone quite bullish on Bitcoin, saying that he wants the price to continue dropping. "I want the price of Bitcoin to go down a lot further so I can buy some more," he said in an appearance on comedian Bill Mayer's Club Random podcast. Cuban justified his stance by stating that investing in gold was not worth it, adding that he preferred digital assets. Mark Cuban, who is worth $6.25 billion, has long appreciated cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. Gold is a store of value, and so is Bitcoin. If everything went to hell in a handbasket and you had a gold bar, you know what would happen? Someone would beat it out of you or kill you and take your gold bar. It's useless. Bill Mayer argued that Bitcoin was not worth buying because it's not backed by anything. But Cuban fired back, saying that holding shares in 90% of companies out there was also pointless. It is also worth mentioning that Cuban was once a crypto critic, but now his NBA team accepts cryptocurrencies for tickets and merchandise. In 2021, it became the first basketball team to accept Dogecoin. This was when Cuban hammered that Dogecoin, which was created as a joke, could be useful for making payments. Recently, he shared his candid opinions about the next possible implosion of cryptocurrencies, suggesting an age-old market manipulation tactic. According to him, this could be the next thing that rocks the crypto industry. He told The Street, "I think the next possible implosion is the discovery and removal of wash trades on central exchanges." A wash trade is when a trader buys and sells the same financial asset multiple times and makes it appear as if there is high demand for the asset. Although Cuban cautioned that he did not have any specifics to support his prediction, he pointed out that there's tens of millions of dollars in trades for digital tokens that have very little utilization. For now, nothing has rocketed yet in the crypto market, but there are high expectations that Cardano will spike to new highs. While we wait, Mark Cuban's strategies for the market might just work out. But of course, what are your thoughts on this? Let's have them in the comment section below. We'll see you in the next video, but before then, check out our other videos to find out how Cardano is living up to the dream of being the Ethereum killer. And as always, make sure you subscribe and click the notification buttons.